I do like watching YouTube and also like listening to podcasts, and one of my favourites is the Classic Mini Breakdown, hosted by Peter. Peter, your virtual pub, does that have a dartboard? Because according to Al Murray, one of our English comedy actors, if it doesn't have a dartboard, it's not actually a pub. It's more of a gastro pub. So there you go. Make sure you get a dartboard installed in your virtual pub. I genuinely do listen to a lot of podcasts. It's one of those things that you can do when you're doing something else. YouTube is fine, but most of them are visual, and I really want to give them my full attention. However, podcasts, if I'm at work or I'm in here mucking about, I can just stick a podcast on, crack on, do whatever I'm doing, and learn something or be entertained. Classic Mini Breakdown definitely hits the spot for me, for obvious reasons. Peter's got an awesome mini called, what's it called? I've written it down on my notes somewhere. Basil, that's right, Basil. I actually really like the look of Basil. It looks very similar to my Mark 1. It's got the one spotlight offset on the grille, roof rack with loads of junk on it. My kind of mini. So one of the things that Peter has in his virtual pub, he likes to have a drink. Now, I'm not going to make any accusations. I think he just likes to sit down in his virtual pub, and enjoy a beer, a cider, an ale or something like that. And that really inspired me because it sort of clashed with the anniversary of an event that we have here on the Isle of Wight called Beer and Buses. Last year, Matt Green came down and helped me spot weld the roof onto the rally mini. And the next day, we did the Beer and Buses Festival. It's amazing. So people that own classic buses, they all pile over to the Isle of Wight, and they set up a proper timetable, that goes to all different places on the island. But they don't stop at bus stops. No, they stop at pubs. And it's all completely free. So what you do is you go to a pub, have yourself a beer, stand outside, wait for the next bus to come, which is like an old 1960s or 50s or 70s, 80s bus. Jump on it, and then they'll stop outside another pub. And you'll go, that'll do, we'll go in this pub. So you pile in there, and they all have their special, I don't know what you call them, non-branded beers and ales and things like that. And it's something that I'd never actually done before, and I really, really enjoyed it. And listening to the Classic Mini podcast, Classic Mini Breakdown podcast, kind of made me think, I need to get back into it. So I did. I've started drinking. And I'm starting off tonight with an actual Isle of Wight beverage. Here we go, look. It's Dark Side of the Wight. 5%. It's not bad, is it? Brewed on the Isle of Wight. Unique. It's a bit hoppy. Yeah, hoppy. And it's got, a nice velvety, chocolatey aftertaste, actually. Definitely. How do I know that? Because I read it on the back of the bottle. It just tastes like ale. But bit of practice. Practice makes perfect. There we go. Right, let's crack on. We're putting the front end on the mini today. So it's now Wednesday morning. I start work at 12. So hopefully I'm going to weld this front end on. I've literally just welded there and there. So the front is now attached to the inner wings. And I've just weld through primed. That's these bits around here. And the same on the wings, which are drying on the parcel shelf there, look. And then it's a case of stick them on. These are going to get spot welded. Can't get the spot welder in there, so that's going to be plug welded. Progress.
Tonight here at home is maybe what the podcast is not. My intent many months ago was not to do a podcast around technical troubleshooting. If you were to ask anybody, I barely can get around my engine bay and get myself into trouble, but I've actually learned how to put the car back together with some help, obviously, a lot of help from a good buddy of mine.
This is a nice spot welder, Paul. Thank you very much.
So this podcast is not going to be an analysis of a gearbox and what to do. There are a lot of people out there who know how to do that as well, and I will not be able to give you that information. I'll try. Maybe an experience I've had when we're building something, but it ain't going to happen. And this is not really not necessarily a focus on 100% classic minis, as I know I have a lot of friends who have newer minis.
Do you know what? I know it may be hard to imagine, but this is the first front end I've ever fitted to a Mini. I've chopped many off in my in all the years of owning a Mini, but I've never fitted a steel front before. I've always, because I've kind of been into my, motorsport type thing, I've hacked them off and fitted a glass fibre front end every time. And yeah, they got their places, but not allowed to run a glass fibre front end on stage rallying, which is fair enough. So yeah, first attempt. Kind of wish I went for heritage everything, but never mind. But I'm sure this will not be the last front end I fit onto this Mini. Go on in, place your bets. How many steel front ends am I going to have to fit in my first season of rallying? Because it's only take one of those big round hay bales, a big pile of pallets, or a tree. Some events like Bovington tank stages, they have concrete things to stop tanks. I think it will stop a Mini, wouldn't it? Go on, place your bets. How many front ends am I going to have to fit in my first season of rallying? Oh dear, doesn't bear thinking about, does it? The thirsty ferret. That one's alright. Black Sheep Ale. That's another Isle of Wight one. Fuggledy Dum. Ale of Wight. proper job. One for Matt Green. Elvis juice. Breakfast Club. A waffle and blueberry breakfast stout. You can keep that one. Good morning everyone, good morning, how you doing? So, that wing went on the other day and this morning, it's now Friday morning and I'm in the process of spot welding the, what side is this? Offside for us in the UK, front wing. As you can see, I'm not going mad with the amount of spot welds that I'm putting in. Oh, that generates some heat. Yeah, I think I need to just give it a rest. Yeah, I'm not going mad because being a rally car, there's a good chance I might have to replace these wings at some time. And obviously the more spot welds I put in, yes, it would make it stronger, but it also means more spot welds that I'm going to have to remove when I replace the wing. So anyway, there we go. That's today's little project. Or this morning's anyway, before I go to work in a moment. Classic Mini Breakdown podcast isn't all about just drinking beer. I mean, there's some fantastic interviews and insights into Mini orientated content, and I will be forever grateful for being introduced to the YouTube channel Mini Life. I've always wanted to go to Japan, and I've never really thought about rural Japan, but this series of videos is just inspiring, and now I can't stop watching those episodes, and more than ever I really want to go to Japan. Excuse the rain, it never rains on the Isle of Wight. Anyway, I was just an observation. I'm welding the front end on, wing on, front end on, just welding that one on. Anyway, and I was thinking, what else do I need to weld? And of course I need to put the gussets back on, these bits. And I was wondering, doesn't that look actually quite clean without them? It looks really good, you can access everything much nicer. How much structural rigidity do you think that actually makes? Just out of interest. Do you really need them? Because it looks mint without them. Last but not least, Bishop's Finger, a Kentish strong ale. Oh, the things I do for this channel. Anyway, do I need a bucket? I think I'm all right. So that's the end of that. If you haven't already started listening to Classic Mini Breakdown podcast, you need to do it. It's definitely worth a listen. So I know you can get them on iTunes. I just found it on my phone. I find up, podcasts on my phone, and I found them there. Or you can always go to classicminibreakdown.com, and they have the feeds there, so you can get it straight off their website. So please go check them out. Until next time, excuse me, ta-ta for now.